Uh. Knocked his ass out and kissed him on the cheek. He fucked up just by thinking I was sweet. I run the city, might have thought I was some cliques. You never heard someone like this upon the beat. Tutti fruity, the booty duty is jury duty. Moody foodies, jacuzzis is filled with bougie booties. All of this money, don't know how to count it, man. I think I need a computer. I can't live in deep, man. I live at the funeral. I got no need for a shooter. I'm getting bigger, Do you wanna reconsider? Lost control of a killer. I'm getting bigger. The whole label's drug dealers, If you build it, homie, they will come. If you turning up to save me some. Drop down to get your ego on. I don't care for boring people. I think you're lame. I only politic with goons while out the frame. Better take another shot, bitch. It's not a game. I'll beat it out the frame. Baraka, waka, flocka, flame. I am a legend, man. You know that I have a problem with acting a fool. I don't talk to police. I know nothing. I swear to God that shit is not true. I'm a barbarian, hopping adrenaline, looking for something to do. I'm remarkable. I'm on a roll. If you need education, I'll take you to school. I'm getting bigger. Do you wanna reconsider? Lost control of a killer. I'm getting bigger. Wake up, brush off, get clean, look good. Put on 2 chains, flexing, but what's up? So fly, 2C, be you, look good. I win, you lose, fuck you, what's up? I don't care for boring people. I think you're lame. I only politic with goons while out the frame. Better take another shot, bitch. It's not a game. I'll beat it out the frame. Baraka, waka, flocka, flame. I'm the shit. Now I think I will go catch a body. Fuck your bitch. And then I will go take a potty. No teriyaki, ya rock Kawasaki. If you're gonna you can hop in the shotty. She poppin' the molly. We'll cop in the squatty. Oh, cookie, loving the body. I'm getting bigger. Do you wanna reconsider? Lost control of a killer. I'm getting bigger. Sing this. 1 time. 2 time. 3 time. Hey.
What? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Finn's Tailgate, and I am your host, Captain Ali the Persian, with color commentary. What is going on up in here? Hit the like button. Hit everything. This is the morning show takeover. We're taking over this bitch. We just fired El Capitan. Yes, he's gone. You're dealing with us now.
Get on out of here, you boomer.
You bum.
Get some better technology.
That's right. Hit the like button. Get ready. Get set. We're going. Let's go.
No
What's up, Color? How you doing?
Tailgate.
What hell of a night, right? Hell of a night. What's up, Color? How's it going?
Not much, man. Apparently, we're having some technical difficulties up in the northeastern area of Florida.
That's right. That is definitely right.
So our fearless leader, El Capitan, has morphed into some Persian-looking dude.
Hey, he must be way better. He must be better looking then. I mean, damn. Jeez.
He came through some kind of Anunnaki portal.
Hey now. I'm getting too technical. So Color, we did something this morning, didn't we?
I don't know. It's been a long time since then.
Yeah, it's been a long morning. 6 a.m.
Oh, I remember.
This morning.
I think I remember doing a show with you this morning.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard, the Finn's Tailgate has a brand new morning show starting at 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. Come check us out. Our inaugural show was today. It was fun. I had a good time. We talked about it. El Capitan showed up. It was a good time.
You know, that show ended 14 and a half hours ago.
I know it did.
What are we
I
doing
know.
right now?
We're getting ready to sleep. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I just came out to, fill in for El Capitan. So
Well, he
that is
better
why.
get that friggin' tech going soon.
He is. He said he'll
We
be
got
right
another
here.
one to do tomorrow morning, don't we? Isn't it already scheduled?
Already scheduled, and if you haven't done it already, go check out the show. Hit the like button. Make sure you turn on notifications. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife. Make sure you become a member. Shout out to our members, by the way. You can also check out Cash App, Venmo if you'd like to donate to the channel. We also accept donations. We definitely appreciate it. While you're hanging out waiting for Mr. El Capitan, you can check out some of our other content, some of El Capitan's former content from the past. You can also check out Color Commentary, myself, Ali the Persian, in the morning with Color, chopping it up, talking about morning stuff, talking football, talking all sorts of things. Check out our new morning show, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. again. Also, DTA is on furlough, but shout out to him. You can check out some of his stuff that he did in the past. Lewis the Rabbit Dolphin, man. I saw him today on Shake Money Show, and shout out to Shake Money. Both of them hitting up with the drive time, doing Saturdays, doing all the time shows. I love it. So make sure you hit like and subscribe. And while you're at it, and you're in that beautiful description, check out some of our other affiliates.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
That's right. Fanatics, officially licensed everything. That's right. That means you can get toilet paper with your favorite team on it, officially licensed, Color. Actually, if I get
Of
toilet
course,
paper,
where can you,
I'm not.
you get there?
You can get there by using the link below in the description. That's how. And
right.
and I'm not going to get Miami Dolphins toilet paper. I'm going to get the Bills toilet paper. That's what I'm going to do, because that's what it's good for. Anyway,
And
moving
that is
on.
an officially licensed link.
Yes, it is.
the
And
description
in
below.
addition to that, shout out to Backroom Collections. If you like some cool artwork, some awesome canvas stuff, or you want to put it into your sports room, man cave, office, your bedroom, who knows, maybe in your place of business, check out Backroom Collections. You can use code TFTG at checkout for 10% off of your Backroom Collection purchase. They also have little accessories for those helmets, if you didn't know. And also new to the joint,
sexy, bro. Backroom Collections, that sounds sexy as hell, man.
sounds like a porn
Or
star.
some of the stuff is pretty sexy looking, man. If
Hey,
you
come check out my Backroom Collection. Let me tell you.
in a colloquial sense of the word.
Check out Doobie Energy Drinks. Doobie Energy Drinks, some cool stuff. Scientifically, they say they have stuff that is in their product that is certain vitamins and minerals that actually benefit the brain, help with focusing. None of that like really bad fake sugar stuff that they don't really have that kind of stuff in their product. They also don't cause any type of crashing or shaking that you normally get with energy drinks. Definitely check out Doobie Energy Drink. Use the links below for all of our affiliates. Shout out to all of them. Use the link below. Helps out the channel, helps out you. All around, it definitely helps out. We got some other things coming along the
Get
way.
the dub with Dubby.
Yeah, with Dubby, that's right. In addition to it, we do have some new merch stuff coming up, right? It's coming, right? They're doing some works with that.
I'm sorry. I was daydreaming. Night dreaming.
It's all good. Mr. Capitan,
Who the hell is this asshole?
Oh my God, dude.
Will the real Capitan please stand up?
I'll tell you what, we were this close to not having any more shows because all this shit was going to get just disintegrated. I don't know why this happens, but like, it's almost like when I'm like super jacked up to do a show, everything just starts crumbling down. I'm all freaking buzzing. I'm ready to get it. I'm ready to come up and do a show, and internet ain't working. Computer needs to be rebooted. Every single piece of software that I use for the show needs to update. Now everything's changed. I don't know why this happens. It's like the powers that be are like, yeah, you know what? We're going to take you down a peg. Don't feel good. leaves you feeling like shit. Or they're like, you know what? You might have some money laying around. You should throw money at this problem. That's what it feels like too. Tired of this conspiracy nonsense, but stop proving me right.
Definitely. I definitely agree. I understand.
I hate it, bro. I hate it. I hope everybody's hitting the like button on their way in. Did you guys say hello to everybody in chat already?
No, if you'd like
buying
to
none
take
of it.
the reins on that, I just got done doing the affiliates and all that part of it. If you'd like to run down with the people in chat, that'd be awesome.
All right. First of all, make sure everybody has hit the like button, please. Thank you. We've been doing a lot of shows lately. And, you know, as you guys know, we got the morning, Ali be going on in the morning, and we had Shake Money. And then you got Capitan in the evening with the other boys that show up. Early crew being here for the late night. Appreciate it. But, so like you guys got to hit the like button. The notifications aren't going to go out when you're doing this much content. It doesn't help, you know. I mean, it helps us, you know, but Google's like, y'all doing too much. Slow down. So, but shout out to everybody in chat. Liz, I see you in here. Salute. Dolphins fans, Bills 0-17. I like that, Liz. California, our guy. Day one, member. Eric Tang, salute, Killa. Ben, he says we're not getting DHOP, which we're going to talk about that because as you've seen, somebody thinks we're getting DHOP. I say get DHOP, get Dalvin Cook, get them all. Right, Color? Right, Ali?
Bring them all in. Yep.
Get everybody.
Fire everybody.
Give this fan base
Thanks,
everything they want and everything they deserve. Because listen, if we get all that, and I don't care, friggin' find a way to move money around and borrow from the future. Go get some offensive linemen too. Get everything. Get everybody. Build a super team.
Randy Moss, man, bring him out of retirement.
I say get everyone. Call up OJ right now and find out where OJ's at as far as catching footballs go. Where's Cameron Wake? He's got one or two good sacks in him. Bring me them all. Go get Jefferson too. Go get, from Minnesota. Sign everybody if you can. Anyone and everyone. I don't care. It ain't my money. Just give me the product. Scott in the chat. What's up, Scott? Dudfins, a.k.a. Michael K. Now that the Dudfins think D-Hop is a possibility, these clowns need... You know what? He's just saying that because the reality is the Bills have had their eye on DeAndre Hopkins.
They have for a long time.
Long time. They've been blowing kisses at him like D-Hop. Blowing kisses at him for a while now. They were trying to work out trade, which is weird to me. Like, I don't know all the details of DeAndre Hopkins' contract, but I mean, the guy is good, as you know. I'm pretty sure he didn't. What didn't he get popped for PEDs last year? That's why he didn't finish the season.
We don't. Okay, let's talk about
Everybody
that just
get
a hot
popped.
minute.
Everybody get popped. For PEDs.
Everybody gets popped nowadays. And here's the thing:
And he's got a case of bad attitude.
supposedly there was something that he took while he was recovering from injury that is on the no-no list. And to be honest, that's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Attitude.
I don't know. It's not like they came out and said, "Oh, you're taking steroids." You know what I mean?
What's up, 72 Fins?
I don't know.
Shake money up in this month. I know.
And
what you're saying,
I mean,
Ali.
I think Liz is speaking Gaelic in the chat, bro.
That's actually really cool.
What up,
if she
Raph?
is.
I think that's what it is. If I were to take a stab at it, I think it's Gaelic. Or maybe some kind of old.
Carlos says that we don't need Cook, but I'm going to argue that it's easier to get a really good running back that knows what the hell they're doing than actually fix our offensive line. According to what I've seen.
Weaver Todd watching on Facebook. Belichick probably was sabotaging your show because he's pissed that we're going to be getting Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Darvin Cook.
Damn. Well,
I know what he meant. I just thought
She
it was
says
funny.
Irish, so yeah, Gaelic would be the actual.
I mean, bro, Weaver Todd calling it out. That's right. That's right. What up, Duke? Salute. Andres, my guy. Carla creeping around in this mud. What up, Carla? Yeah, listen, Carla. Do you need more O-line? Or do you need guys that are young? Listen, look at what the Niners have done. They're always getting mid-round guys that are healthy. They're not paying them too much. They put them in, and they find a guy that they keep. You know, a Lake Tom, what's his name? Lake and Tomlinson, whatever the guy the Jets ended up getting. They go and get a big-time anchor on the end, in like we did with Armstead. So I would.
I don't disagree with Carla, but the problem is define help. I mean, who's there? You know what I mean?
I mean, look, I feel like here's
who do we go by?
You can go and buy high price guys, but unless you're breaking the bank, quote unquote, which Chris Greer doesn't do, he gets a deal. I think when we all got Teron Armstead last year, we looked at it and said, man, that's a deal for this guy. You know, yes, he has injury problems, and yes, you know, we expect him to miss some time, but dollar for dollar in snaps played with the way this guy operates, I feel like we're paying, we're getting what we buy for lack of a better term. And, you know, what else are you going to do? You're going to buy a guy that's 29, 30 that probably is going to want big money, definitely going to want big money. And if that person goes down, you're in deep trouble. So I think the Dolphins did a pretty decent job as far as raising our floor when these guys have to rotate in or what have you. They've put good competition all over the line outside of center and left tackle. And I mean, I guess Robert Hunt is solidified as the right guard, but I think they're going to give him some looks at right tackle. Put the best 5 on there. But you know some of these guys are going to miss time. And if you got to shuffle this line, or you got to bring in your 6th man, your 7th man into the offensive line, we're not going to see woes. We're not going to see whiffs. I want guys who can operate in a clean manner because this is a timing offense, and these big men are going to go down. And later in the year, when you've got your 6th, 7th, and 8th offensive linemen out there playing meaningful snaps, I want those guys to be where the floor is of Robert Jones. And they've brought in competition to see if he can keep them off. Liam Eichenberg, which is he going to take the step up, or is he going to be the man waiting, 7th in line? He's not even the guy that comes up when someone goes down.
And we did just get a late rounder in the draft, but you never know. I mean, you could have a guy, a late round offensive lineman, shock the world just as well as a quarterback. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely true. I just want to bring us one little piece to perspective. So I'm one of the guys that does want Dalvin Cook on this team. If he comes, I would like that. Primarily because if you go look at the Vikings offensive line history, they had one of the worst, I want to say it was like going into last year, they had one of the worst offensive lines in past history, and he still performed. He had one of the best years 2 seasons ago. You know what I'm saying? Under the worst defensive line or offensive line. So to me, you bring in a guy that can perform under a crappy offensive line, I'm good with it because at least I know he can do it with what we have, even if we don't have the best offensive line. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about it so much.
Well, 2 points to that, Ollie, to add to that.
Go ahead.
One, the League of Superfans put right here real quick before you go, Color. If the Bengals can make it to the Super Bowl with Isaiah Prince at right tackle, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I would rather.
And you know why?
Have
because
a weapon
Joe Mixon
like
hits the damn hole really hard. And that and what I'm saying is to the 2 points to what Ollie was saying. Number one, our offensive line was getting better as the season was going along last year. We were really starting to, kind of be dominant in the trenches. And number two, there is something to be said, like anything else, like your quarterback or anything else, that the running back can elevate your offensive line. No, it's not going to make an offensive line, but it can elevate what you already have. So if we've gotten to this certain level and we stand to improve it even more, when you add a guy like Dalvin Cook that can hit a hole so fast and so hard that he's in the secondary and the offensive line isn't having to hold a standard 5-second block. All of a sudden, you know, that kind of puts a lot of band-aids on a lot of boo-boos, you know what I mean? So, or a lot of boo-boos don't even have a chance to come to fruition. You know, it just makes things a little easier. And when your offensive line is having an easier time run blocking because your running back is hitting the hole so hard, don't they conserve a little energy for that pass blocking too? You know,
I am completely uninterested in giving Dalvin Cook top end money or even close to, you know, a significant amount of guaranteed monies for him to then come in here as I'm the now starter of this running back room. I would much rather have him come in at a more reasonable rate, being one of the contemporaries to the running back room, for us to then utilize a massive amount of skill set between our running backs. That's what I want, because
Exactly.
I think Devon A-Chain, if anyone's going to solidify themselves, Devon A-Chain's the guy I want to see solidify himself as running back one for sure.
that would
Because
be
I think
nice.
that kid, that kid, if he steps up and he's RB1,
Mhm.
it's because he's doing great stuff.
Let me ask you this. I said this morning on top of the tailgate. All right. I said, what do you think of Dalvin Cook for like $5 million base salary and then up to 8 in incentives?
Ali, that is literally the numbers I want to see for him if he comes here.
I'm
That is
okay with
literally the
I'm
numbers
okay.
I want to see.
Because that
Because
means
if
the
he hits his
he's performing.
incentives,
He's performing.
that's right. He hits his incentives and puts us negative cap next year. What do I care? Because I know that's because he performed out.
Right,
And
because
it's
what
not like-
exactly what
and
does
we
hitting the
shouldn't be-
incentives mean?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing for me anyhow.
Mhm.
But and you know, I got to think to it like this. If for whatever reason he's hitting the incentives and pushing out, I am RB1 in this bitch.
Mhm.
And guys like Mostert, Wilson, and A-Chain aren't getting the snaps. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, buddy. It means something is working. It means you pay good monies. Thank you. I'm not opposed to it. I like this. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I don't care. So
Now over to the wide receiver that we're talking about.
real quick, I want to shout out the rest of the fellas that jumped in here. V21, what's up?
Mr.
Oh,
Paul
and anybody,
Craig.
hold on real quick. Anybody that's trying to watch my show from this morning, go to the Finn's Tailgate channel on YouTube.
Yes.
I believe it should be either on one of the live or playlists.
It's on the
You'll
live.
find it. It's on the live.
Yeah, it's on
Click
the
on the
live.
live tab, and then you'll be able to see it there.
Yep. Top of
Um,
the tailgate, and you can catch
yeah.
episode 2 tomorrow morning too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there being the off season and all that, we start out, it's kind of a little slow because it's 6 a.m. and it's like, hey, talk Dolphins, you know what I mean? So, but we're getting it, man. We're gonna start doing that. Try to do it every morning. And,
V21 wanted me to drop the link. I don't know if I can even do that in the chat.
No, he asked you to drop the link to your Nuggets channel. Is what he
Yeah.
My
asked.
Nuggets channel.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
now
know,
I'm
yeah.
getting it. Denver
Yeah.
Nuggets. You guys started that whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
What's up, Bones? Who else did I see? It's been this Jules says, just be happy. We don't know shit.
What's up,
What are you
Mr.
talking about,
Falk?
Jules? I know it all. What you talking about? Steve, U.S. Marine Corps, salute, brother. Cook us a speedster, which is what we're doing. All right.
Scummy's in the house. As
Shiba
always.
Army brat. Yeah, Scummy is lurking in these streets. I seen him earlier in the chat during Shake Show. Shit was hilarious.
What's up, Raphael?
Concrete.
Dang, Zeke could still be waiting while Cook gets signed. Ooh.
Nobody's gonna pay Zeke. I'm gonna tell you straight up. That man's washed.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
he's washed.
maybe not. I don't think anyone's ever washed
Bro,
because
he was
I
so
thought
slow.
Adrian Peterson was washed, and he showed me. So
Look what
you
he
know what I'm saying?
did. Look what he did last season. He slimmed down. Actually, it was the year before that. Even he did that. He slimmed down totally, cleaned up. His body's healthy as ever, and the guy is slow as fuck.
Scummy finna log into his EM account.
Somebody suggested it's EM's burner.
I suggested it.
So was
it
it you?
was me. It
Oh,
was me.
shit.
I said, oh, what's up, Scummy? And then right after, within 30 seconds, EM pops up. I go, is EM Scummy?
Boy, that would
Concrete,
be a
what's up,
twist, wouldn't it?
fam? Salute, buddy.
That would
Terrible
be some kind of twist.
offensive.
Maybe that's why Scummy's been a little like kind of off-putting to me lately because of that whole because me and EM got problems. You know what I mean?
You and EM ain't got no problems. Y'all
Yeah,
need
we
to cut
do.
it out.
No, he's got a problem with me. I don't have a problem with him. He's
He
got
needs
one
to
with me,
chill
and
out.
I've
Y'all
never.
ain't got no
He won't own
problems.
up to it. That's him.
I'm still
But I
waiting.
ain't
I'm
gonna
still
speak
waiting
to
for
him when he
EM to
ain't
invite
around,
me
but,
to some Royal Rumble barbecue he's gonna host. I told him I'll take time off from work and fly out there. I'm ready for the Royal Rumble.
I love EM's fire, but I just wish he'd stop torching me with it. That's my only thing. Anyway.
So yeah, I'd rather Crazy Dolphin,
So-
aka Mr. Polk. I would much rather have Cook than Zeke. I agree. Zeke to me could be a late addition on a team. Somebody goes down in camp or anything like that.
So real quick, I wanted to just say real quick before we get started down the road of DHOP and all that.
Okay.
First of all, we're gonna. What kind of money is he wanting anyway? I mean, he's talking real big about what he wants to play, what type of team he wants to play for, and all that.
Who?
DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean, listen. At this point, he's
Well,
made.
before you answer, I just wanted to say that on the whole DeAndre Hopkins things, when we do shift gears, we're going to have to define, first of all, because there's actually two questions. It's not so much do we go after Dalvin Cook or DeAndre Hopkins or either of them. It's a question of, first, do we go after a wide receiver instead of a running back? And then if that DeAndre or somebody else, you see what I'm saying, or nobody. So anyway, go ahead. I first of all, we got to define what we're talking about money wise with DeAndre, because what if we could get both?
V21 makes a great point. First of all, Jules said anyone off the Lake Worth tree is a problem. Own it. Talking about you, Cutler. I don't know how the hell you got that.
How the hell did Jules know? Jules must be remembering like way back, because I ain't seen Jules in a while, or if I remember correctly.
Yep.
So this is interesting. So
right here, what V21 says, he'll probably want Odell money.
Well, this is what I'm reading. So DeAndre Hopkins' contract demands means he could be waiting for a while. If Hopkins wants top 5 average for a wide receiver on his new deal, that would cost his new team probably around $26 million annually. Where it stands now, only the Carolina Panthers and Chicago Bears could afford him, according to fan-sided article that I'm reading from 3 days ago by John Bundler.
So here's the real question. Is where is DeAndre Hopkins at in his career? Is he the guy that's looking for another bag? Is he worth another bag? And now this is good debate, and we can have it. I think he's worth another bag. Or is he at the point he wants to win where he wants to win? He's been on the fucking Texans. He's been on the Cardinals. Is he looking to take a little bit of a sweetheart deal for the team that's purchasing because he wants to be in a situation that he wants to win in?
See,
and when you take in the want to win factor, Ali, guys really get picky about that. Who do they want to play with? Who do they want to play for? Where do they want to live for that year of at least trying that out?
Yeah. I agree with you. I do think if it were me, I would expect him to be on the I want to win side of that discussion. At this point, he's made a lot of money over his career with both teams. In addition to it, I don't really think anybody is going to pay him the $26 million annually anyway, because if you look at it, had they traded for him, if they really wanted him, it would have only been $14 million. Do you understand what I'm saying? So why?
Yeah, I guess if it was more about money at this point, he would have stayed put.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's more about winning. In my opinion, he has
And
been
probably
interviewed. Good.
there has to have been teams that had money, could have spent money even before the draft, even before free agency, and talking with the Cardinals. Cardinals have known they probably wanted to move off of him, and the teams that could afford him, D-Hop probably was like, I don't want to play for that team. But the problem is now, there, like you pointed out earlier, there's teams that are strapped for cash. You know what I'm saying? It's not like everybody's got ducats laying around for this, but there is a team emerging as somebody a potential, and that's the Browns. I'm hearing
the Browns is a team, but they don't necessarily have the cap space if they're really gonna pay him the top dollar.
Bro,
but
they've got that friggin' contract with Deshaun Watson. They can move and finagle money in ways. I know it's all guaranteed, but there's got to be a way to maneuver that money cap space wise.
Let's actually talk about what his demands are. So according to I Am Athlete podcast, he's looking for 3 things in a new team. Hopkins wants a QB that loves the game and brings everyone on board with him, a great defense, and a stable management. That's what he's looking for, according to I Am Athlete.
So stable defense and what?
Stable management and great defense. We have great defense. Our management, I don't know if it's stable yet. I mean, our GM side seems to be the executive side.
There is something to be said about that, though, Ali, because I will say this.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel does an amazing PR job with these players, and the players sing his praises. And we've heard this from people before, you know, coaches. We see the puff stuff. They're like, oh, he's such a this, such a that. But that's Mike McDaniel's the real deal, Holyfield. He's out there at, you know, games. Just the way in which he interacts with his players seems to be such a more personable, new age type of coach, as you see. But I think if we were going to go in the win column,
what does he know? Column, I'm still trying to figure out what he knows.
He knows how to start shit, is what he knows how to do. I think Chris Sims might actually be scummy in the chat. That might be Chris Sims because we know that
I'm stirring the pot, Ali.
we know that they watch the show often over there. Chris Sims and Florio, they're always watching. So maybe Scummy is actually
I think Scott Jackson is Chris Sims' burner account, I think.
Maybe.
He can't stop talking about it.
I don't know.
Possibility. Definitely a possibility.
Oh, see, we're out. Oh man. No, but like for real, I do see what you're talking about. We have the great defense. We do have the stable management in a sense. You know what I mean? Our executives, our owners, and everybody, they've been on board. Our GM and our front office is pretty much intact. You know, we've recently had turnover at our management position or our coaching position, but I think everything else fits the bill. I mean, for the most part, you know.
I mean, again, listen, guys, there's going to take some financial maneuvering on Nesma to make something like that happen. Even though post June, the cap, we get some money coming back. But like, you know, the Dolphins have contracts that they're really not on the hook for until the season gets rolling. A good example is Jeff Wilson. They could cut him and, you know, get like $3.5 million back. Now, that's the money I look at. If Cook was an option, maybe the Dolphins would maneuver by letting Jeff Wilson go and ride out with a Salvon Ahmed or a Myles Gaskin. I don't know. I haven't heard or seen nothing from Myles Gaskin. He is in trouble, and Salvon Ahmed apparently is who they're digging. But I mean, look, I don't want to sit here and get over into dollars and cents and why I can't have DeAndre Hopkins. I don't give a shit about that. That don't mean nothing. It doesn't. They'll manipulate the cap. They'll do whatever they want to it, and figure out a way if they want to. You know, there's some restructure somewhere or some money to save or some BS type of contract. They could do a 2-year deal where he gets $1 million only guaranteed this year and the rest of it's backloaded next year. You know what I'm saying? Where they can get rid of him and sign him in dead cap, and he made $18 million and is outie. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to finagle this nonsense. How does it work? How does it go? I don't know. And that's what they like. They don't want you to know. They can show you all these stat signs. All they're showing is what happened after the fact. They don't show how they got and deducted their way into squeezing this imaginary number around. And the cap goes up. Well, it didn't go up, but it kind of did. They signed mega deals. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck all that bullshit.
So 15 for D-Hop, 5 for Cook. Is that a good package for 20 million? And do we got 20 million to spend?
We have
Fucking
13
right,
for sure.
Fucking right, we do. We got 20 million to spend. Listen, you got
get them
13,
both up in here.
You got 13, and you get rid of
You get rid of poor man's D-Hop.
you got
Yeah, poor man's
13. You
deal.
get rid of what's his name, Jeff Wilson, and you
Chosen. And chosen.
well, yeah. I mean, listen.
And the reason we brought him in here is poor man's D-Hop, and we didn't know.
You got like 8 wide receivers out there. You get rid of all of them. Next thing you know, you got $4 million laying around.
Can I stir the pot more? I'm gonna stir the pot
mean,
again. It's gonna throw a wrench into this whole argument of D-Hop or Dalvin Cook. I think there's a higher chance we do get Dalvin Cook over D-Hop. First of all,
I also think the pot. I would say
no.
that's
I'm not done. I'm not done. But I don't think D-Hop would be the next target. I think we're bringing in a defensive tackle. That's
a
what
defensive tackle.
I think a defensive tackle is coming.
But what kind of defensive tackle are we talking here? Are we talking like somebody we're going to go, whoa, we got him? Or is it?
I know who. I know who.
Go ahead. Go run with it, Color.
I know who you were going to say. I mean.
Well, there's some names I've heard, but
I thought you had somebody in mind.
I don't know if it's like, I don't know if they're legit or, I don't know. I don't know too much. All I know is that there's been some rumors I've read into, on different sources that I've gone to that have said a defensive tackle is a possibility. Like there's been some talks.
Bring him home.
My question is, people are bringing up Christian Wilkins. Why haven't we signed him? Is it because we haven't re-signed him? They're thinking about bringing somebody, or is it a need? That's really my question. Like, are we lacking depth there? That's basically what I want to know.
All I know is that if they did re-sign Christian Wilkins, they could get $10 million right back if they did it.
Ambassador is here.
Shout out to Chef Jew. He's right, guys. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, come over to YouTube, get in on the conversation, subscribe here on YouTube, hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, share the videos, like the videos, donate, hit the super chat, become a member of the channel. We appreciate all the members. Shout out to all the members and mods. And Chef Jew doing his ambassador thing. Appreciate you, bud.
Shout out to Joe Riss. Joe Riss says Tua's going to switch to defensive tackle because he likes to run into linebackers.
Hey, they're trying. What's his name? Josh Allen out at DB. I seen. So, did you see that video of him playing DB?
No, I haven't.
They had him practicing at DB, out there, and he got smoked. And they see the end is near. They know Josh Allen. They're like, man, can we do something else with this guy? Because he's just trash. He's never gonna get him over the hump. So,
see, my question is, are we stacked at defensive tackle? We have Christian Wilkins. Go ahead.
I thought for sure we were gonna draft a defensive tackle, man. I think Christian Wilkins impending contract. You got to think, what's his name? Raekwon Davis hasn't lived up to the billing I think we all had hoped from, which he is leaning out, which I don't know if that's a good thing, but They're gonna have to pay him or let go of him next year. I mean, we're kind of forcing ourselves into a situation if they don't extend what's his name? God, dude, what's our other defensive tackle's name? I'm blanking right now, boys.
Well, there's what's his name? Zeiler?
Yeah, Zach Sealer. Sorry, I was just blanking.
Steeler. Sorry.
He's looking for some more money in a contract extension. All of our D tackles that play significant snaps from last year that are still on the team are all coming into a contract situation. So they're probably not going to pay all of them. Maybe they do, but can you afford all of them and what they demand? And we don't want to be in a situation where we're drafting a young guy and forcing him to play. But I also wonder this, is this a little bit how Fangio's scheme is? Does he want more leaner, type of speed guys up front? Not necessarily. I know he likes that zero tech nose tackle in some of his schemes, but remember he said that he's going to be doing things a little differently. He's got some tricks up his sleeve. I just wonder what those tricks are. I don't know. It's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
There's a lot to consider.
I did see what's his name? Was it Roquan Davis actually slimmed? I heard he was really slim. Like he looked pretty, like he lost weight.
Yeah, no.
So
that's the word on the street.
What's going on, Connor?
What? Damn. So who's been showing up and showing out? The Miami kid, Michelle Agude, has been showing up in practice. Do they envision having more guys that fit that Emmanuel Ogbah type mold as inside dudes rather than Christian Wilkins size guy or Zach Sealer size guys? I mean, that's might be why they're asking Raekwon Davis to slim down.
That reminds me a lot of the Colts defense. The Colts front four is a lot smaller than the average, NFL defensive tackle or defensive ends, and they're all about the speed
package.
That's right. They're all about the speed. That you might be something there. You might be right.
That's what I'm wondering when I look at these player profiles that we're running with, and it would make sense because it's going to fit what Fangio kind of wants, the multiplicity. The guys on the line, nah.
Ironically, I'm surprised it took this long, being that his initials are CC. I'm amazed it took this long for him to get accused.
Makes sense. But like Ogbah can kind of play tackle. He played down in the inside with his hand in dirt, but play outside. You want these guys to have flexibility. Christian Wilkins, even though he's a big defensive nose tackle, we've seen him play edge, a couple times. So while also maintaining your linebackers that can come up and get down on the line and be pass rushers from the outside or even on the inside. We're going to see that out of, we've already seen it plenty out of Jerome Baker, but I expect this to see off ball Andrew Van Ginkel to then get up down and dirty like he's been doing. And if you can create confusion again, and I said this last episode, if you can create confusion at all three levels of who was lined up where, you can't really peg what's going on. If you're Aaron Rodgers, which we're going to see him twice. If you're Aaron Rodgers, you're a seasoned vet. You've seen it all. But it's still, if you're coming out, you got the play, the check down, the if you want to check the play and move on to the next one at the line. You come up, you look, and you're like, okay, here's our front four, but one of those guys drops back and now is an off-ball linebacker. And then 2 of the other guys come up. So now there's 5 on the front, only 2 linebackers, and one of them was on the line. But meanwhile, one of those DBs come up, and now there's 3 linebackers, but one of them is a DB. And then one of the guys playing man-to-man close to coverage, right as soon as the ball snaps, he bounces back over into the zone, and someone else is picking him up, the guy who came over and played linebacker. And all this happens inside 3 seconds.
Yep.
Before and during the snapping of the ball. It's going to be maddening if these guys can get their communication down, if they can get their trust, which they have continuity all up and down on this team, especially on defense. This could be good. Fangio is – it's why I knew Fangio was going to end up coming here, because he can come in, plug and play, and if these guys can understand and he can get them to use their communication they've already built and the team that they already have together to operate how I envision he's going to use this defense, going to be fire.
So, Color, do you see?
I read something yesterday, last night, that about Fangio, and obviously things didn't go, as well as he wanted as a head coach in Denver. I get it, but at some point when championships follow the guy everywhere he goes, and high level defensive play, top 5 level defense follows him everywhere he goes. At some point, you got to say, okay, this is the type of guy that you can bring in. And maybe not, obviously, we could find ourselves giving the first year excuses by the end of the season. That's fine. I get it. Not everybody, maybe that's just not possible to be great out of the gate. But, that being said, he is a guy I believe that you can trust when you say, oh, we can expect this, bounce. I forget where I saw it, but somebody was saying that, the idea of a Fangio bounce is something to really think about. It's real, because, I read one part about in Chicago where he's only one of 2 coaches in history that was a defensive coordinator, went for the head coaching job when the head coach got fired, got beat out by somebody else for the head coach job, but still re-signed as the defensive coordinator for that team. He's only one of 2 coaches that have ever done that.
Was the other coach on the Dolphins? I feel like that's happened to us.
I forget who it
didn't
was.
Didn't that happen with – oh, no, but he already head coached games. He wasn't an interim, right?
Let me pull back up the page because I forget who the article did name who the other coach was.
Color, did you see Liz 509 trying to speak Persian to me?
Yeah, I saw that.
In Persian, I was like, I know what she's saying. I think it's funny though. Do you want the translation?
What is it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
She said, "Why is everyone so fascinated with Tua?" Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Damn, Ali, you can read that shit? That's awesome.
Roughly. I can speak Farsi fluently. I'm reading is a different thing for me, though. I pick out things and I can kind of figure it out. Got you. Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. Maybe it's just Bears, not the whole history, but it says the head coaching position ultimately went to Matt Nagy. 9 days later, Fangio signed a 3-year extension with the Bears to continue as their DC, making him the first Bears DC to stay under a new head coach since Buddy Ryan with newly arriving head coach Mike Ditka in 1982. Fangio was also granted complete control of the defense. Under Fangio, the 2018 Bears defense excelled as it led the NFL in turnovers, forced at 36, and interceptions at 27. Chicago was also ranked 3rd in total defense, 2nd in yards per play allowed, and 1st in scoring defense. On January 17th, 2019, Fangio was named Assistant Coach of the Year, by the Pro Football Writers Association. A month later, he received the same honor from the Associated Press at the 8th Annual NFL Honors. That was right before he became head coach of the Denver Broncos.
Listen, I think Fangio is the X factor for this team, even. This defense had its shortcomings. We had some inopportune play calls at times, and definitely was set behind the 8 ball as far as Boyer goes to run a defense he wanted to run, keeping the theme of the zero blitz and everything like that. That went out the window once the personnel, we started getting hit with the injury bug in the secondary. Fangio comes in, we avoid the injury bug, and he installs this new system, which is going to be a lot like the old system, just fine-tuned and tweaked with far and away more superior play calling. I think that's what we can expect, that he's going to know situational football for what an offense is going to do and how to defend it properly. And he has full reign of this defense. Mike McDaniel having full reign of this offense. And hopefully we get a meeting of the minds on this, where iron will sharpen iron, and we have the tip of the spear of the Miami Dolphins straight railroading fools.
And guess what? One of our biggest problems, remember last year, about getting off the field on third down? Right? We all agree?
Yeah.
Couldn't get off on third down? That 2018 Bears defense was ranked first in first downs against.
Wow. That's good. I needs that in my life. So
the Bears team overall that year went 12-4. They were ranked 9th in points scored on offense and first in points scored against on defense.
Early,
and they ranked 21st in yardage on offense and 3rd in yardage against on defense.
I just want to point out something, that what really good play calling can do. If you remember Flores' first season, he had a mixed bag as far as defense goes, as far as a team goes. But once he started getting this mixed bag of guys to understand his play calling, and they started trusting him on defense, he was dialing up plays. And although we were, not always great on offense as far as weaponry goes, the design of the football team was we were going to be opportunistic on offense because we were going to be getting turnovers on defense. And he rode that wave and continued as such because he believed in his defensive coaching abilities that, I'm going to dial up something and we're going to get a turnover. And we lost that last year, big time. Fangio comes here and we even get half of that back as far as the turnovers and change of possessions, with what the offense was already doing last year to what it can become in its second year. Even that minimal amount of difference on defense is going to be such a huge amount of payoff for what we operate as a football team.
Yep. I mean, keep in mind, he had to face Aaron Rodgers twice that year.
Yes.
And Matt Stafford.
And I hope everybody's
Scummy. No, it's not Tua. My son can fall and not get a concussion, so not Tua. So he wants to take shots at my kid, dude. So whatever.
Damn.
I just think it's fascinating that Bears team went 12-4 with 21st ranked offense on yardage, which we know that's our specialty, is the yardage.
Yeah.
And 9th on scoring offense. And it's like, and they're, and they were 12-4 because their defense was
Was killing it.
first and third in those two categories respectively. I mean,
Well, here's the thing to look at, and we
what do
talk
they
about this
do
all
if
the
they
time.
have our offense that year beyond 12-4?
Here's the thing to look at. What would that offense really be if the defense isn't keeping teams out of the red zone, getting extra possessions, holding teams to 3 and outs? You know what I'm saying? What would that offense really be able to do? How much weight could it carry? How much of the defense was carrying water for that offense to even be a top 10 offense and a 21st ranked
But when you're
offense,
first at getting off on third down, dude, I mean,
that
gives your
huge.
offense a hell of a lot of opportunities.
Exactly. I'd be interested to see what the percentages were as far as game by game basis of possession. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I guarantee you,
I'm going to do a little deeper dive on that 2018 Bears defense. I just brushed the surface just now when I pulled the page up.
My guy, G2, buddy. What's good, dog? Shout out to the members. Guys, join the membership. Become a member of the channel. It's a great way to support. But yeah, that's the stuff I'm looking for. And that's what I say Fangio to me could be. And I wrote this in chat on Shake Show. The two biggest deciding factors to this football team for 2023 is the impact in which Fangio can make. Because look, injuries come. Maybe it's the entire front that's the injured part of the defense. I feel more comfortable in a grizzled, seasoned veteran to take what he's got and dial up plays to counterbalance his weaknesses and make them into strengths. So I think Fangio is going to pay off. Now, I don't know. You come here and shit the bed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to roll the dice and bet on black, as they say.
This is one of those cases where you can't be upset with yourself if you end up being wrong, but you came from a place of education. You know what I mean?
I mean, the data behind his defenses and him getting his job done is a safe bet, to say the least.
Exactly.
The wild card, which is, I said there's two deciding factors of the 2023 season, is the other side, the super gamble, and that's Tua Tagovailoa's health.
Right.
That's the absolute wild card.
It's when you don't even make the effort to research before you make your estimation or your guess that is real shitty when you're wrong. But when you're wrong and you did your diligence and said, hey, this is what I think based on what I learned about it, and I made some effort learning something about it. Well, how can you be upset with yourself when you're wrong in that case? You know, I mean, it's Vic Fangio, people. We can't be thinking about it too deeply than that. He's been involved with championship level defense everywhere he's freaking gone, man. You know,
it's true.
It's like don't overthink it. You know,
yes, don't overthink it. It's not necessary. It's not. And listen, because he, does a great job coaching up the 2s and 3s, takes the load off of the starters, the ones, and we don't get, we're less susceptible to injuries. And because of his coaching style and how he dials things up and doesn't leave guys to hang out to dry and, whatever, all that stuff, those more turnovers.
I'm not going to brag on myself, but I know I just terrified Amicus, man, with saying all that.
Where
just sent a chill down Amicus's spine, man. Oh God, Dolphins are
we're gonna have to put an Amber Alert out for Amicus. Someone's like asking. Yeah, I'm like wondering what happened.
I think.
Huh?
I thought I just saw him. No, or are they just talking about him?
No. Mark. Shout out to Mark. He said, "Make sure to send Amicus best wishes." Has he got something going on in his family or something personal? I hope he's all right. I ain't seen him around in a while.
Or jump through the wrong table?
Yeah.
Supposedly Josh Allen's on the Madden cover and he's crying now or something.
That's Josh Allen's going to be on the Madden cover? Oh, they're
I don't
fucked
know.
now. Madden curse coming to take you out.
God, Joe. Jeez.
The color snort.
Color snort. Jesus, Joe. Goodness gracious. Oh my God.
Woo.
Let's be real, Joe. he ain't getting stuck in any of that, bro. You know what I mean?
Be
You gotta
hell to
have a
pay when
little
Joe
something.
Rist starts running this
You
joint,
gotta
man.
have a little something,
Woo!
something to get stuck, something,
Damn.
and you can't get stuck, something if you got nothing. Thank you. But yeah, I hope Amicus is all right, bro. Prayers for Amicus. Seems like everybody knows something. Prayers for Amicus.
Yeah, I hope he's okay
Oh.
for real. I had no idea.
If we're
Sorry.
sending
If
prayers
there's
that way,
nothing wrong
prayers
with him,
away.
he's gonna
But
owe
if
us a lot of prayers, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't want a false alarmment, but salute, buddy. I hope
We don't
everything's
want to
all
make
right.
him owe the prayer answerer either.
Yeah,
You know,
I want prayers back.
Yeah. El Cap, this is a good time.
his
for
life
me.
might be fine, and we all prayed for him, and now it's going to be shitty because
Yachty,
God's like,
Ali.
"Hey, they prayed for something, so now I got to make your life hell for a second."
Oh,
Yeah.
see color. Now you're getting off the rails.
Anyway, yes, El Cap, I do have to step away because
Yeah. We'll see you in the morning.
5 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, everyone check out the show in the morning, 6 a.m. If you're early bird, check out the Finn's Tailgate, top of the tailgate. Talk to y'all.
Yeah,
I'll
top
try
of
to
the
be
tailgate
up
morning
early.
to you, buddy. Yeah. I mean, color, you can get whenever you want, dog. I can run this. I know you don't want to
I
be up
still-
super late.
Yeah, I got a little bit left in me, but yeah,
Put on that
I'm
Lake
almost
Worth
getting
shirt, feeling youthful all of a sudden.
there. You'll know when I start sounding Stephen Wrightish, man. You'll be like, "All right, it's
No,
time
well,
to
I
go,
mean-
Color."
John Madden is going on the cover of Madden 23. I'm pretty sure Curse can't touch him anymore. Damn.
Does that
Tony.
break the Madden cover curse? Is that like how you do it? Like cheating death, in Final Destination, you like
This
you put
show,
Madden
thank God.
himself on the cover?
Oh man.
That's some Beetlejuice shit
Ugh.
right there, man.
I love this audience, but yeah, you know what? It's what I knew we'd find. The peoples find the peoples. You know what I'm saying? Real ones recognize as real, dog. That's all I gotta say. Oh man. But back to pivot to DeAndre Hopkins.
He's got some great hands, man.
Rob Ninkovich, or whatever the fuck his name is, ex-Dolphin, ex-Patriot, had lots of success when he went to the Patriots over the years. He picked on Get Up this morning. He picked the Dolphins as a favorite to land Hopkins. Greeny obviously picked the Jets, and Jeremy Fowler picked the Bills, and Harry Douglas, which that just sounds like a dirty word, sounds like a porn name. Hey, I'm Harry Douglas, porno guy. Picked Kansas City. But all 4 AFC teams, 3 of them are AFC East, and the other one is, the ex-champs. So I know, Color. Show it off, buddy. Go ahead. I see Bill. Mr. Bill is happy about it.
Well, it's because Jules said something about it earlier.
I know. Color repping. Got his Trojans, but ain't never wore one.
We
So-
actually, I think they were invented in a Lake Worth High School chemistry lab, if I remember correctly.
Yep, along with the kids that went to the Gators and made Gatorade. They own Gatorade and fucking Trojans, and that's where they got the original flavor from.
And by the way, for all you people up there that may be from Troy, Missouri, no, we're the Trojans. These are the real Trojans right here.
Yeah, whip out your
USC,
Trojan.
USC, man, we got rid of the yellow in our uniform a long time ago, man. It's
Yeah, bro,
maroon
and
and
if
white
you wanna-
all the way, baby. Maroon and
You
white.
want to whip out and measure Trojans? We can up in this bitch. Sorry.
Plus, we got the real Maroons on our team.
Yeah. So
They know what I mean.
I don't know.
They know.
The-
The Maroons
You know,
know.
you know what we haven't talked about as far as additions this whole show? Jalen Ramsey.
Oh,
It's almost like the Dolphins are kind of I mean, they're showing little clips here and there, but they're I feel like the Dolphins are starting to lull people asleep a little bit. Jalen Ramsey and Xavier Howard are buddies. They have wanted to play together for years now, since they both had the same agent, is how I believe they met originally. if memory serves correct. But the two of them just never assumed they could ever play. They both know that they're top 5 corners, both of them when they're playing, at their best. And they're just like, yeah, there's just no way that we're going to end up in the same spot making that kind of bread and be on the same team. And Miami goes, hold my beer. I'm bringing this man here. And looky, I got a hooky. So Fangio has got to be thrilled with the talent.
It was more like hold my cerveza, but
whatever. Hold my burrito. So I can envision in so many ways, but like, okay, so for all those that don't have an untrained eye, and there's plenty of them out there, they do a very good job trying to act like they know stuff. They hear keywords. They talk about, you need to watch film and blah, 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 blah. There's douchebags, most of them. But for the untrained eye, during the Flores defense, he would do things in coverage to try to funnel your options where he wanted them to be, predicting that, hey, we're going to leave this spot. We're going to bring pressure from this side. He's going to have to throw to one of these areas, and we're going to be there waiting for him, and that's how the interceptions came. Fangio has all that ability, but I think he's even thinking crazier than that. We're going to lock it down, and here comes the blitz that you didn't see coming. We're going to lock it down, and if you do end up hitting that dump-off pass to the running back, he's either going to get blown up or we're going to pick this football off. So, to me, Fangio's going to have a great time with Ramsey, with Howard. I want to see how Howard is utilized in a Fangio defense that I expect to have all this multiplicity on all three levels of the field.
Right.
I mean, will we see Xavier Howard at safety this year?
I mean, it in that role in a 4-corner situation, you know what I mean?
The Fangio 4, as I'm affectionately calling it.
One other thing I wanted to add to your point was when I'm looking at all the different, like on his wiki page, when you look at all the different stops that he's been, I was speaking about the Chicago Bears a minute ago, but they show like a section for each place he's been. And one of the recurring themes that you can pick up on very easily is that everywhere he's been, that turnover number, he's been top of the league.
Exponential. He jumps like 10 spots when he takes over a defense.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever that defense is ranked.
And scoring on defense
up.
too.
And most categories. So like if you took the overall defensive grade and ranking, say they were ranked 21st, now they're going to be ranked 11th. Now, maybe their run defense isn't, top 15. Maybe they're like 21st, you know what I'm saying, or 23rd. But in the other categories, like pass defense, getting off of, third downs and turnover ratio are all top 10.
Well, they were third overall in yardage. So they still had to be holding down the run fort too at some point. You know what I mean?
Well, to me, it's if
they were first in against passing and 32nd against running, then they would have been 15th overall, roughly. You know what I mean?
Listen, this offense does its deal. Give me a top 5 team in turnovers, and this offense takes care of what it needs to take care of, and I don't give a fuck how that team runs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you got in the run game. You might as well not have any running backs because you're going to be throwing. And if this Fangio 4 and that back end can play right, and we can let guys like Christian Wilkins and Zach Sealer and Jalen Phillips and Emmanuel Ogbah, and then one of these linebackers, whether it's Andrew Van Ginkel or Mike, the new guy, what's his name? Jones. The fuck's his name? The new guy. New off ball. Anyhow, You let these guys pin their ears back and just go right at the pass rusher because they're having to play catch up. They're having to push the ball down the field. Then I don't give a shit about a running game. I don't.
I know.
I don't.
Shout out
care.
also to Todd. You have a good night too, Todd. Appreciate you helping to hold it down over on Facebook, man.
Yeah, Todd. Make
Tell
sure
all your
to
friends over there to come over here and subscribe to us if you could.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
yeah, Todd. Make sure you're subscribing over here on the YouTube channel and share the videos.
And we
Appreciate you,
see
buddy.
the three of you that have hit the like button on Facebook. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Yep.
But
We
yeah, I
always
mean,
do.
you know, as far as Ramsey goes, I honestly believe. I mean, look what happened last year with the Rams. I'm really surprised that people are so willing to look at what went on with that team last year and
lay it at
kind of
his
just
feet.
assume that Ramsey shut it down or is
They laid it at
washed
his
or
feet
whatever
in a
they
lot of
want to
ways.
label they want to put on it. And it's like, first of all, he still did his job. If you look at the numbers, he still held down the fort. If you look at his numbers, okay, considering that nobody on that team last year wanted to win.
How many games did Aaron Donald play last year?
I'm not even sure.
I know he got injured at some point.
But the point is, it was obvious from the day they lost to Buffalo that they had no intention of winning this year or last year.
I'll tell you
And
what.
Jalen Ramsey his numbers still show that he did his job and showed up and played like he wanted to win. Okay, that's what the numbers do show, even though they were diminished. Okay,
So something happened with the Ramsey name, and I'll give it to you in a layered deal. When Ramsey was with the Jaguars, he became the heart and soul of that team in defense, and he was a team guy, and he led Jacksonville, and he was him and what's his name on the D line, but young dude coming in, and because of all his bravado, because of his shit talking, because of him saying he's the best in the league and all that stuff and doing what he did.
I think he is. But
I agree, but I think what happened was, in a lot of ways, once he got paid the bag and went to LA or went to LA, I think people kind of got him as, oh, he's the take the bag rich diva guy. But last year, as that team was obviously, after a Super Bowl win, laying up the year, they're paying the piper on the cap. Call it what you want. I'm sorry, but
and he still played.
I feel like guys take off years, but Ramsey did not. He showed up, showed out, and still grinded out, earned his money, did his job on a team decimated by injuries, a team that was purged, a team that was in, we're not going to be anything this year because we blew our wad the year before.
And if you look at the numbers that were diminished, the particular ones that did suffer, those numbers are the numbers that just so happen to be directly related to the places on defense that would affect him if they were not, playing to up to their standard or injured or whatever else. You see what I'm saying? So for instance, if player X is injured, it may affect a player, a good player even. It may affect a player
is a perfect
by this many getting burned by yardage or whatever. And that's precisely what you see in Jalen Ramsey's numbers. The numbers that were diminished were the ones that you would expect to be affected by a team that has no intention on winning.
Xavier Howard is a perfect example of how losing people around and losing his counterpart in Byron Jones for the entire year, how it was a big year for the Dolphins. He played with a groin injury all year, a nagging injury that he had to deal with. Didn't complain, didn't have his best year, but did everything he could as the team member he is, as the Pro Bowler who went again, and was respectable. Not a guy who's in it for himself, not a guy who's in it for the bag. That stuff is taken care of. Now he can be the teammate, the friend, the mentor, and the coachable player. Yep, and that's all I can expect out of a top-notch athlete like Xavier Howard. And
What
for
did he do?
those, and for
Exactly.
those who had the negative connotations on Jalen Ramsey, he showed me last year for the Rams that he too is that guy. And putting them both together, their money is taken care of, their situation is taken care of, and this team being more healthy as team players that they are, we got lightning in a bottle, Color. We got lightning in a bottle.
I wholeheartely agree, because the thing about Jalen Ramsey is, to what you were saying, you know, he comes in as he put his nose to the grindstone this year. He put down tape that, let's face it, makes a team that's got potential like us want to bring him over here. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's Jalen Ramsey. And when he's at his best, I honestly believe this guy is Deion Sanders level. I don't think, you know, all I remember is when Deion he started in Atlanta. Okay. Then he went to I believe he went to the 49ers after Atlanta.
Yep.
Right.
And
he had he had a career run in San Francisco.
He carried that secondary.
And then when he went to Dallas, everybody's like, oh, that's it. Dallas screwed up, blah, blah, blah. Nope. He just started cooking in Dallas, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't think there's anything. Now, Scott, I think it was Scott or somebody, was concerned about his personality. Absolutely. He's a diva. I mean, he obviously has a lot of bravado
But I personally, I like
there
that.
again, he's been able to back it up on the field as far as that goes. You know what I mean?
I like some of my players, if that's where the shoe fits, that's where your comfort zone is to be the talker, to be the shit talker. Listen,
if you don't like it, don't sit at the lunch table with him. You know what I mean?
It's a game of chess. I like that Christian Wilkins don't shut the fuck up. It irritates me. But I'm glad that it's irritating Josh Allen. I'm glad that it's irritating the offensive lineman. I wouldn't like to hear him chirping. When I played football, I literally, outside of calling plays, because I was middle linebacker, so I had to call a lot of the, formations in front. That's your job. And, call the defensive plays a lot of times. But other than that, I wasn't a big shit talker. I was like a fucking madman. I didn't want to do that, but I liked that. I liked that the freaking other linebacker next to me, or the D lineman, or the corner, or the safety, was the shit talker, because you need that. You need that dichotomy in your defense to have these types of players.
Right. And I kind of need to re-articulate what I had said. Like, he backs it up on the field. What I meant by that was, he doesn't let it leak onto the field. So it doesn't seem that his divaness and his bravado makes him necessarily do things outside of his assignment and stuff like that. I mean, he's still patient. You know what I mean? He still understands, where he needs to be, and doesn't let that affect him. For the most part, everybody does. I mean, everybody gets caught in the wrong place trying to make something happen. You know what I mean? We all know X there's no shortage of X being guilty of that. You know what I mean?
These wide receivers on the other end, they get paid too. When you're going against DHOP all day, you're going against Jefferson all day. He's going to get you on some. He's gonna.
And I'm a Canes fan, and I can't stand the Seminoles. So for me talking up Jalen Ramsey like this, it's coming from the heart, because it's coming from real, because it's not like I care to talk up any Seminole. I don't
care. Seminoles don't bother me that much.
Oh, dude, they're like Buffalo Bills for me, bro, in college, man. That's where I'm at with them.
I don't know.
We're all different.
We have another Seminole on the team here soon, and Dalvin Cook. So.
And apparently Shake is at that level with the Hurricane.
I don't know why, because he's a Gators fan.
I know. We've never had problems with the Gators.
I know, but I think, well, whatever. So Hurricanes got their own fucking problems they got to deal with.
I know.
We're
getting there.
I hope so.
For real.
I don't know.
One day. Over the rainbow.
I don't know. Carla says trade Wilkins. I thought they should have, but you know what? I look at it like this with Wilkins right now. I certainly don't want to give him a long-term deal right now. I don't. Would I be interested in giving him one at the end of this year? Maybe. I would much rather franchise tag him personally, and you maneuver contracts and figure out this, that, and the other to pay him his franchise worth if he's warranting of it. You know what I'm saying? Or let him walk. But if you're gonna franchise tag him, it's because this year was a success and you're trying to run it back, or this year was a near success and you're trying to run it back. To me, you pay him Guala and you could be a problem. So unless you're going to pay him right now, which I don't know. I don't see how you pay him and then find ways in 2 or 3 years to keep everyone you got. Because if this team works the way it's supposed to work, you got to pay Tua, you got to pay Waddle, you got to pay Phillips, you got to pay Holland. Those 4 guys right there are keystones in this team today and will be in the future. For the players that also share the position with them, I feel like these are keystone guys in this football team. To me, they're more important than a defensive tackle. But
I think Jules might have been asking you, bro, not me. That shirt you got on, that is absolute gold right there, bro.
Oh, this? You like this?
Yeah, that is
you like
sweet.
the El Capitan? Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a custom one. It's not on the purchase list. But it's nice, right?
Oh, and see, it's got El Capitan written over the shield.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
In purple?
In purple.
Oh, dude, that's freaking. Yeah, that's fire.
Right. That's right. So,
from what I understand, one of these days I'll be debuting a fresh new clean hat.
Sooner rather than later, colors.
We'll
Sooner rather than later.
Like.
I know it. Can't wait.
I'm getting a little worn on the bill on my Dolphins hat here.
Finna get a new here directly. I can't wait. You know, we're getting close to 5,000 subscribers.
That's what I heard.
We're inside 250. We're at like 240 or something like that to get to 5,000. When we get to the 5,000 mark, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a raffle, and it's gonna be a nice raffle. I'm gonna take a swag bag of TFTG stuff along with like a Miami Dolphins hat, or maybe it's gonna be something. The raffle is just to pay for it. There'd be no profiting on this raffle, but it'll be good. And I think what we're gonna do is in the spinning wheel, whatever, we're gonna all the members. There's 3 different tiers, so like all the amigos will get 1 free thing. All the second tier
There'll
guys
be 3 different
2.
spins basically.
They'll get 2, and then the other guy, the VIPs will get 3. And I guess at that point, if you didn't want to become a member, but you wanted to get in on the contest, the raffle, once we hit 5K, you can buy like a ticket for, a spin for like $10 or something. And we'll run that for, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks or something like that. We'll juice it on all the shows, all the channels.
Right.
And we'll put it out there. And I'm going to put together a nice swag bag of TFTG gear. Probably like, I was thinking like a coffee and a cup of color mug, like an Ali shirt maybe or something, a TFTG hat, maybe some stickers, and then like, a Dolphins hat. And it'll be like valued at a couple $100 or something like that. We'll figure out what it is, but that'll be good. That's what I think we're gonna do.
Right.
Fucking Michael K goes, that's great. Give the gift to the less fortunate. Any Duds Fins fan will do. Fucking douche. He's such a dick.
Well, if you win a color mug, I'll go ahead and take it, Michael K. How's that? Since Tua broke my other mug.
What do you mean no Dolphins colors? These are Dolphins colors right here, Dow. What you mean?
A little fluorescent-y, but yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Look at my C. It's almost the same color code.
Yeah.
Oh, he meant somebody else. Is that like that's the new? Oops, we got disconnected.
I hope everybody's hit the like button. Let's get these likes up. We
Just
got like
kidding.
31. We've had
Just
like
kidding,
60 to
Pete.
70 watching live. Can't even get 50 likes. This is some bullshit.
Telling you,
Subscribers
man.
been going up. Likes need to get caught up.
My comedy's been pretty good tonight. I mean, damn, what do you want me to do? Like
I don't know, color.
grease
I
up
mean-
and get naked or something? I mean, damn. man,
if I
y'all
gotta start
pay
the
for that.
only Capitan fan site, show my no spot for some extra. Maybe I will.
Your no spot.
That's all I got. No, my no.
Mine's a yes no spot.
Yeah.
Wait, no
Show
yes.
you my no for $4.99.
Look,
And if you-
mine's a no. I meant yes spot.
Mine's a no. Okay. Yeah, so if tickle button. I like that. Don't touch my tickle button. Anyhow, if throw me off track.
Mine's
Back
like
to
that
Dalvin
button
Cook.
on that sliders dial that sends you to a parallel universe. You know?
Yeah, is that right? Nice.
Say goodbye. You'll be back in about 10 minutes. Enjoy the ride.
So yeah, tomorrow's a big day. OTAs continuing. Tua showed out today. Word on the street, Tua's looking sharp. Looking good out there. Again, I told you Michelle, whatever the hell his name is, Aguiye from the Hurricanes has been really showing up in practice, all OTAs, getting would-be sacks all the time. I want to say he's got like 6 would-be sacks in OTAs. So,
Oh, the
I think
old
about
would-be
guys like-
sacks, huh?
yeah. Well, I mean, listen, you can't be fucking blasted Tua. You know, you want to be, you would be on a football team if you'd stop fucking hitting the QB1 in a red jersey, son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Stop that. Anyhow, you would be having a jobs if you stop fucking up, but you can't. Anyhow, but big day tomorrow. There's the post-June designations. There's money that teams are going to get back. We're going to see another cutting of people. I don't know. Does it is this a thing where Dalvin Cook gets cut? Minnesota cuts him and he's an open free agent? Because here it is. Confirmed sources. And I don't think it's any secret at this point because Dalvin Cook hasn't said it out of his own mouth, but from every second and third party connected to this man, he has expressed that he wants to be on the Miami Dolphins. It's just a fact. This is the team he'd like to play for. He wants to come home, baby. He wants to be back in Florida. And as long as the money is worth what he wants, but he also wants to play for this team. He sees we're on the up and up. He believes, he likes Mike McDaniel. He likes Tua. He likes their trainer. And there's a little bit of gamesmanship going on. It's like the Heat back in the day when they would have the boat and all the players would come there and they'd help build super teams. Remember? So this is what's happening. That's what they're trying to do. And so I would say if the dollars make sense, he would totally be here if Minnesota cuts him. Now, is Minnesota...
What are you waiting for, huh?
What are you waiting for? We're waiting for him to be cut. Because they're not going to trade for him. And I don't blame them. I wouldn't trade for him. I'm not trying to pick up that contract. They're busy. Here it is. year 3 of any major contract that a team signs a running back to, they're cutting, trading, or reworking that deal, and that's the last hurrah, usually for a rookie quarterback. And either they sign that rookie quarterback, and then in year 4, they try to do some bullshit, or they don't sign that rookie quarterback, let him walk, and get a new one and keep the running back for another year or 2 while they let him play out a contract.
Right.
It's just it's the nature of the beast. He's now entered the zone in which you're not going to get the bag, but you could get some money. You know, is he a Christian McCaffrey type of guy? I think in effectiveness all the way around, yeah, I think he can be that way. Will he get a big Christian McCaffrey type deal? No, I don't think so. But is that what he wants? Or does he want the year to prove himself?
I want to see if it's going to make me throw up.
Me too, Color. I think Dolphins fans will collectively shit themselves.
Oh,
if
that
the
heat
year-
will. That heat will do it to you, bro.
Yeah, it'll make you run right down your leg, dog.
I mean,
But if Minnesota announces that they are letting go of Dalvin Cook, Dolphins fans are going to lose their minds. Like, he's coming here, blah, 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 blah. They're going to go crazy. And as
14
far
minutes. You
as
think
far
they're going
as-
to text him at midnight? You're done, buddy. Get the frick
No.
out of here.
I haven't heard of many other teams interested in him. G is saying that his sources are hearing that Jacksonville also wants Cook. That could make sense. I could see him being in Jacksonville.
That would be deadly with him and ETN and all of that. Doug Peterson RPO and going on.
They're getting Calvin Ridley this year coming from that trade that they got. That team could be really good or really bad.
Mhm.
It's gonna go. It's gonna be a really good football team or a really bad one. It's either gonna.
Do they still have the better Josh Allen in the league?
Yes, I think
Oh,
so.
Okay.
All the other Josh Allens are better than the Josh Allen. No, you're not, G. I will take that right to the bank, buddy. Don't say that. Erase
What's
that
he
comment,
saying?
G.
What's he
Erase
claiming?
that comment, G. I know I know it. Don't leave it up there. We're gonna take that to the bank.
What's G saying?
That Jacksonville is also interested in Cook.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Jules is saying Color has not been an a-hole today. Yeah, I try, man. I mean, I'm a really cool, funny guy, you know.
Yeah.
I just
It's when
don't
people
believe
try
in
to
Cooper.
gaslight Color. He don't like that shit.
Yeah,
And that and when they try to trap him in a circular argument, he can't fucking take it. He can't take it, bro. He just can't.
Remember, two different statements. I don't believe in Tua. I don't believe Tua can do it. I believe Tua can't do it. Two different statements.
So something I noticed from Mike McDaniel's interview today, he did mention that he expects the Dolphins to utilize the money that they got coming to him, tipping his cap a little bit. Now, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean, hey, they're going to re-sign Christian Wilkins.
Right.
Damn, did you see what CCRR put?
Yeah, that's what I was.
You got to get this shell from the Pacific, though. It's the only way it works. It doesn't work in the Atlantic Ocean shells.
I'll give him bonus points if he tells me what the shape is of that shell.
Brandon Shell, who
Well,
is
Steve Hill.
Bill now. Bills are all clapping
What's
their
the
hands.
name of the shape?
We got a guy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just hoping that
Make sure the ladies are out of the chat before you answer the question.
I'm excited to see the movement come tomorrow. I wonder if there's going to be some names there. Well, there always is some names nobody was thinking that a team was going to drop, but these guys, they get a young draftee in there and they go, you know what? so-and-so, adios, muchacho. We're going to save the money. Yeah, we're going to carry some dead cap by cutting you, but we're not going to be carrying that dead cap next year. We got the young guy who's going to come in. We're going to let him start right away now. We're not winning anything now. We're in the NFC. We suck.
I know, right?
I should get it tattooed when you get to 5,000 subscribers. No, but I will consider that when we hit like a big number, though. That would be pretty dope. You know? I'll tell you what, Liz, I hit a big enough number where I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm going to be able to do this full time because of the subscriber number. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll get that tattoo. And I'll put it like right here or something. Cause I got tats up here and shit. So I got tats in places, but I got one over here, but I'll put it like right here on like my ribs underneath my man titty on this side. You know, maybe I'll put it as a tramp stamp. You know?
Hell yeah.
I get it to a high enough subscriber amount where I can dedicate a full-time gig to something like this. That could take years. But I'd be repping that TFTG shield hardcore. Get a little trademark written on it. Sussing.
Right.
So yeah, Color. That's about all I got for now. I mean, I'm just waiting till tomorrow. You know, I could play these interviews, I could do all this stuff, but no, I'm not gonna do that. We'll get into more of that.
We are gonna find out a little bit more starting tomorrow, huh?
Well, yeah, they got another day of OTAs. That's gonna be nice.
Did you think about that report that they were looking at Liam Eichenberg as center in OTAs? What was that all about?
I don't understand why they haven't done that from the jump, honestly. I don't. He seems a little light on his feet, and he seems to have a little bit of a hard time getting his position and getting his angles and knowing his assignments. And guys like that usually end up getting a lot of false starts because they start trying to jump the snap and look no further than Connor Williams and what was happening with him with Dallas. Effective, but he had whiffs and he had a lot of penalties. But when he moved him to center, he was extremely, better. And Liam Eichenberg, doubling at center, he could be very good. Inside, outside. I think it's a good idea.
Interesting.
I mean, listen, the more you can do.
People gotta be just reeling right now. Like, what are we doing?
Whatever. What if Liam Eichenberg ends up starting at center and we move Connor Williams back to left guard? Now what? What about the dude with the mullet? Where's he gonna play? What's his name?
Feeney?
Feeney, yeah.
I think I might have seen him out there wrestling gators last weekend somewhere.
Oh, yeah, no, he took the front and bottom of a gator jaw and just opened it just like a beer can, like an old pull tab beer can. It's pretty dope. I seen him do it. He'd been wearing that gator head all week, like in practice, after practice in the locker room, like looking like Crocodile Dundee when he was hiding in the crocodile thing. Freaking people out. It's pretty awesome. So that's it, fellas. Final thought, Color?
Oh, not much, man. Just appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Oh, there's still over 50 of you watching, finishing out with us. I know it's a little shorter tonight, but We at least had to come on, talk a little bit, chop it up about what's been going on,
Color.
and give you our perspective and try to make you laugh a little bit. It's a Thursday. It is Thursday. No, it's Wednesday night,
it's
right?
Wednesday. Yeah.
I mean, May 31st. At this point last year, we were still having a lot more to talk about and a lot more arguing to be done. But if we do all that, it's just to say we might as well just replay what we did last year. So looks like the off season, the dead period, the super dead periods are kind of hitting us a little harder this year. But thanks to
it's
you
not
all continuing to watch us because it's not
but
because
Color, it's not. We
so,
literally listen. If you guys aren't hitting the notification bell and not subscribed, you're missing out. There's a morning show. There's an afternoon show. There's an evening show. We are keeping it. There's shorts. I hope you guys are enjoying all the little short videos I've been posting out there. I've been scouring, editing, putting things together, just making it fun. And
I enjoy talking to you all. I mean, it's all about Dolphins and all that, but I enjoy talking to you all. I enjoy talking to you all about anything,
Yeah,
so,
me too. But yeah, guys, hit the like button, share the video, join the membership, become a member of the program, donate. Super thanks. Appreciate you guys. Fins up, and we'll see you guys next time.